Traders, Brian here with A+ Setups. It's Sunday, August 10th, 2025. We had a really good week trading last week in the A+ Setups Discord room with all of our A+ setups. I'm really looking forward to next week as well. And I wanted to take a few moments today and just provide an overview of all of the things we've got going on inside of A+ Setups Research and Trading Service. We have a lot going on. We have a lot planned for the future. So I wanted just to provide you a snapshot with some of the key highlights of things that we have going on, where we stand with certain projects, and then what we have going forward. So let's get right into it. So here you'll see, let's get our pointer going here. There we go. Of course, we live stream daily on Discord, and that's where we trade our setups. We conduct weekly training sessions on each of our setups, and we have a Monday through Thursdays when we do this in the afternoon. We trade in the morning, conduct a training session in the afternoon, and then if there's enough volatility and we still need to trade, we'll be trading in the afternoon as well. But I think this is the highlight here, is you get to see us trade our setups in real time. Markers Plus, I use Markers Plus. I love that program. It helps me develop my setups and strategies, so I fall back on that a lot to develop and build everything that we have so far. It's been the baseline. It's been the only reason that I've been able to get the statistical snapshots and profiles I have, is just through the use of Markers Plus software. But the standout in that program, what we have going, is we have the hands-free Autobot templates in play right now. And I never thought I'd be to the point where I would have completely hands-free automated trading strategies. I didn't think they existed. But we had a turning point about 4 months ago, and then first week of July, we made final adjustments to the templates, and boy, they've really done well, much to my surprise. So they're programmed to turn themselves on. They have 3 kill switches. They trade to a daily profit target, they trade to a daily max loss, or they trade to time. They shut themselves off, they wake themselves up and do it all over again. So really been surprised, pleasantly surprised, that we're this far along. We're not where I want to be yet. I still have a lot of data to collect, real-time data, not hypothetical, not back-tested, not computer generated, but real-time trading results. So I need about 3 months to confirm everything. But so far I've got 2 in evals that are doing well. I've got 3 more running ATM strategies for me, because that's the setups I have in the bots. That's never going to change. That's a solid setup method I'm using, and it's all based on the Jiggle, my best performing setup. So that's what we have programmed in the bots, and so it's just money management right now. That is the key. That's where I'll find the common ground of success or failure, is through the money management algorithms. But anyway, you can read the rest of this right here. The standout is the hands-free Autobots that we have in play. Now, Richard, our chief programmer for NinjaTrader products, is working on these Autobots in the NinjaTrader code in the background. So that's coming in the future. All right, so one of the things, I guess the hallmark of what we do at A+ Setups, is we provide the setup templates. Now we have them all in NinjaTrader. So everything I had created over here, Markers Plus, Richard has been able to create for us in NinjaTrader. So all of these first 4 setups right here are kind of the primary setups that I have hand collected data on, for thousands and thousands of observations. So all of these setups have directional edge. But what I do is I let the statistics tell me which setups I should be trading at any given time. Right now it's been the Jiggle for the past 3 months or longer, 3 to 4 months. Jiggle's been the most consistent performer for the last 3 years, but it has really stood out in the last 3 months or so. So that's where I'm trading, and you'll see our message later on. You only need one. We offer a lot of things here, a lot of solutions for you to get to your, help you in your trading journey. But the message is learn one, or find one, learn one, trade one. And you only need one. So I let the statistics drive the train for me. I don't try to leave the lizard brain out of it as much as possible. So right now, and I have been, and probably will be for a long time, be trading Jiggle as my primary. We are seeing the pockets statistics turn. These all have directional edge. I mean, like 80+% win rates on these. This one's slightly more, at about 1.5% more, and over 1,000 trades, 1.5% is monumental. So that's kind of why I'm leaning toward this one. But all these other indicators are available free to members inside the room. Now, statistical profiles, this is what I hang my hat on, and this is what's enabled me to, created these first, developed the statistical profiles, which drove us to the ATM, the money management algorithms. So it's all tied together in what I call the 3 pillars. And but the standouts here, what we do is, I have statistical profiles on each of our setups. They're black and white rules. There's no ambiguity. It's not, maybe if I would take, no, it's none of that. It's this and this equals an entry at this point, at this exact level. And then your sweet spot is identified. That's what we call our sweet spot. It's in that statistical profile of where you should be taking profits on your first contract. And then, of course, we do roll-ups. I do those every day at the end of the day. And then on the week, I give everyone a kind of a rolling statistical roll-up. How everything's looked over the current week, the past 2 weeks, and the past month, just so we can allocate our trading efforts to what's working best, and Jiggle's working the best. Other activities, we've got a lot going on. We started options trading last week. I've been doing options trading for a very, very long time, and more than 15 years trading options. So we're kind of introducing that into the room. Trade Desk Protege, we're starting a program next week where I bring someone in who has virtually no experience trading, and we're going to try to put a program, a blueprint together where we teach, bring somebody from ground level up to passing an eval, in less than 3 months. So excited about that program. We'll see how that works going forward. Full implementation of this program, I'm looking at June 2026. A fleet of Autobots, I'm looking at, if they work, if they survive, June of 2026. So we have some long-term visions here. A lot of good stuff going on in the program. But again, our message is quite simply, you only need one setup. And please don't complicate it. To get your scratch for the day, I'm just going in, I'm using our setups to try and just get one good trade in my accounts. That's it. That's all I want. I'm trying to create a linear cash flow model, an intraday scalping. So I'm using the setups to do that. I'm not sitting in there trading one account 45 times a day to see how much I can do. Now, if I get one good trade, I'm done for the day. That's all I'm looking at. Now, I may trade multiple accounts throughout the day because we are running a service. And so anyway, that's kind of what we're doing in that respect. So, all right. So let's just take a look. Each week, I'm going to highlight some of the key things we're doing in the room. I know I talk about the Jiggle a lot, but I mean, I can't talk enough about it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just such a powerful, simple model. So what we've done here is, again, this is NinjaTrader template, and it's just uber simple. I mean, I have what I call my trigger line here. As long as the NASDAQ, I'm primarily trading the NASDAQ. It works in all futures markets. But again, there's only so much you can do. I trade the NASDAQ futures, I'm trading the ES futures, and I trade options throughout the day as well. So this is kind of my trade desk operation right here. Futures and the options and occasional day trade stocks. But the Jiggle is just super powerful, consistent. It occurs, the average number of opportunities a day is, I'm just going to say north of 15 a day. It's in the 20s, but I'm just going to say 15 opportunities a day to be on the conservative side. But the stats I have are well north of they're well north of 20. And like I said, it has a very high win rate. So this is the template that we use to capture the Jiggle, and I have it in Markers Plus as well. It was developed first in Markers Plus. What we have is we have the bars colored so that you could just really trade the Jiggle without anything on this. You're looking for green bars to tell you that a Jiggle is setting up. On the bullish side, you're just looking for an up close. Take the close, take the entry at the close. The software generates a buy signal right there, an entry signal, I should say. And you can see it's just basically, as long as the trigger line remains momentum up, it doesn't change colors, you take the up close. Here we see a very tricky session pullback here. The Jiggle catches all of these. Again, red bars alert you to a potential Jiggle setup, and on the short side you just take the down close. Arrow marks it all after the arrow marks the trade after the setup in the trigger has completed. So a completion is the close, pullback, and the reversal close down, continuation I should say. And here it catches. You wouldn't have taken this one because we would have been in short here and would not have come out until this trade. But it catches this one for a next one, and it hits our statistical sweet spot. And then here you go, you see it in action again. Bam, green bar, up close, off she goes. Green bars, up close, off she goes. You could do this all day long. I mean, it just unfolds like this all day long. But what I wanted to show you, of course, was some of the signals, but just some of the neat features programmed inside the indicator. And all of these setup indicators that we have these same features. Richard has just done an incredible job putting these together. Now what we have, some of the features we have built in is a lot of the traders like to combine the Jiggle with some other key metrics that I've used in some of my other models that work out really well. Now for the Jiggle, what I found is you can pick your oscillator, but we just included the Williams %R in with this right here. If we apply this, we can see that, okay, when the Jiggle unfolds and the Williams %R is in the right spot, okay, it marks it there. Now you might be asking, okay, it does it after the fact, but here's what's neat about this is you could go back with these indicators that have these confirmation models built in, and you could build your own matrix to try to come up with one to figure out, if I am going to take 2 trades today, I only want a Jiggle with a %R that's lined up with maybe a long-term momentum tool. Okay, bam, there you go. So it shows that. I'm going to show you the indicator that creates that. You already see the %R, but I'll show that to you in just a second. Maybe you want something with another trend model that we have used very successfully that's also a standalone model. Okay, so those are in alignment. Now, all four, we put a triangle on the bottom. So you might be saying, okay, for my homework for every night, I just want to create a spreadsheet, a matrix for the jiggle every time X and X confirm the basic raw signal. The basic raw signal is just the arrow. Then you have the confirmation models underneath. I personally, I just trade the raw jiggle. I've been trading for over 45 years, and what I've learned through the years is, for me, less is more. When I first started, more was better. Everybody's seen the chart. You know, you got 18 different indicators, 72 different levels. You're like, yeah, this is going to work great. The longer you trade, the less you need, and just makes it a lot simpler and cleaner. So anyway, so that's some of that's how these models here work. So you can see there, you just got certain things linked together, but here you got these really nice trades. Now let's go down and look at some other features in these. I'm not going to talk about the twins. That's a completely different setup that's tied to this right here. We're not going to talk about that in this session. All right, showing this trigger line right here, that is what we are looking at right there. And let's see, let's pull up another. We can create a panel. I'm going to use the indicator queue offline so I can talk a little bit better. We have another panel here that we use for another indicator that that you may want to use. It's a really good trend model that confirms a deeper pullback setup that we have. So that's available in there too. It's selectable with a button click. You can put channels around this, around the center line. This is originally how I created the jiggle. I didn't create the jiggle, I just observed it, but I created a model to capture the jiggle, and originally the jiggle was set up to capture that first higher low or first lower high, and then it just evolved into this right here. So this is another neat feature that you can add just a button click away if you want to show 54 period EMA, and the 108 EMA is part of the model, and you only wanted to take trades when that was in a bullish configuration. That's what the diamond is telling you right there. So that's available with a button click as well. So you can select whether you want the bar coloring on or not. It's just a real quick. I love the bar coloring because, let me turn it back on. There we go. Love the bar coloring because it just alerts me to, all I need to look for is an up close or a down close. That's it. All right, one of the other neat features Richard has programmed in here is our statistical sweet spot. This is what I use to generate all of our statistics off of. So he has those marked. This is where we say the sweet spot is for taking profits on the first contract. Then you want to posture yourself for runners on, your first unit, whatever your first unit is. That's where you want to take profits, and then you want to posture yourself, position yourself for greater runs on your second, third, fourth units, ever how you trade this stuff. All right, so that's available at a click of a button as well. And that's really all the features I wanted to bring out on the Jiggle. So to summarize this, I'm going to back away from all that. Jiggle is our star performer right now, has been for over 3 months. All the rest of the setups are doing really well also, but this one is kind of the cream of the crop right now. You've seen some of the features that we have in not just the Jiggle, but it's built into all of our setups. And I'll be looking at each one of those as we go forward. So you kind of get a snapshot of everything we have going on inside the room. If this stuff interests you, got links below that you can go check out our products on our website. To join A+ Setups is on the Patreon page, so that link is down below as well. And listen, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Good luck in all your trading, and hope to see you in the room someday. Have a good one. It's Brian signing off.